6 signs your financial stress affects your physical and mental health. Financial stress is a pervasive issue for young adults, especially in their teens and 20s, as they navigate student loans, entry-level jobs, and the rising cost of living. While occasional money worries are normal, chronic financial stress can take a significant toll on both physical and mental health, increasing the risk of anxiety, heart disease, and other conditions. Recognizing the signs that financial stress is impacting your well-being is the first step toward managing it effectively. Drawing on research from Health Affairs, the American Psychological Association, APA, and other public health sources, here are 6 key indicators that your financial stress is affecting your health, illustrated with examples like Jake, Sarah, and others. Each sign includes practical strategies to alleviate stress and protect your body and mind for a healthier future. 1. Constant money worries. Why it matters. Obsessing over finances, whether it's paying bills, covering rent, or managing debt, can elevate stress levels, leading to chronic anxiety and physical tension. This persistent worry activates the body's stress response, which, over time, harms mental and physical health. A 2021 study in Health Affairs found that young adults with constant financial concerns had a 30% higher risk of anxiety disorders. For example, Jake, a 23-year-old retail worker, lies awake stressing about his credit card bills, feeling tense and irritable daily. Signs your health is affected. You think about money problems multiple times a day, unable to focus on other tasks. You experience physical symptoms like headaches, jaw clenching, or a racing heart when financial issues arise. You feel overwhelmed or hopeless about your financial situation, impacting your mood. The science. Chronic financial worry triggers the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal HPA axis, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. Prolonged elevation of these stress hormones increases inflammation, disrupts sleep, and raises the risk of mental health disorders. The Health Affairs study showed that individuals with persistent financial stress had elevated C-reactive protein, CRP, an inflammation marker linked to heart disease, compared to those with lower stress. How to address it? Create a financial plan. List your income, expenses, and debts to gain clarity and control over your finances. Practice mindfulness. Use 10-minute daily meditation or deep breathing. Inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6, to reduce anxiety, as Jake could. Set small goals. Focus on one financial task at a time, like paying off a small debt or saving $10 weekly. To build confidence, seek free resources. Consult nonprofit financial counseling services like the National Foundation for Credit Counseling for guidance. Practical tip. Keep a worry journal, noting financial concerns and possible solutions. Each evening, like Jake, spend 5 minutes writing down one actionable step, such as calling a creditor or cutting a subscription, to reduce stress and regain control. 2. Poor budgeting. Why it matters. Overspending, failing to track expenses, or lacking a budget can create financial instability, amplifying stress and disrupting sleep and overall health. Poor budgeting often leads to debt or unexpected expenses, compounding worry. A 2020 APA study found that young adults with inconsistent budgeting reported a 25% higher incidence of stress-related sleep disturbances. For example, Sarah, a 19-year-old college student, spends impulsively on clothes and dining out, losing sleep over her dwindling bank account. Signs your health is affected. You frequently overspend or are surprised by bills due to lack of planning. You lose sleep worrying about how to cover expenses or pay off credit card balances. You feel anxious or guilty after unplanned purchases, impacting your mental clarity. The science. Financial uncertainty from poor budgeting activates the body's stress response, increasing cortisol levels that disrupt sleep architecture, particularly REM sleep critical for emotional regulation. The APA study linked poor financial planning to reduce sleep quality, which raises the risk of obesity, diabetes, and depression. Structured budgeting, conversely, fosters a sense of control, lowering stress. How to address it? Track spending. Use a budgeting app like Mint or an app to monitor income and expenses in real time. Create a simple budget. Allocate 50% of income to necessities, rent, food, 30% to wants, entertainment, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. Limit impulse buys. Wait 24 hours before non-essential purchases to avoid overspending, as Sarah could. Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers to a savings account, even $5 weekly, to build a financial cushion. Practical tip. Each Sunday, like Sarah, review your weekly expenses using a budgeting app and set a spending limit for discretionary items. Place a sticky note on your credit card with "Do I need this?" to curb impulsive purchases. 3. Skipping meals. Why it matters. Cutting back on meals or groceries to save money can lead to inadequate nutrition, weakening your immune system, energy levels, and long-term health. Poor nutrition increases the risk of malnutrition, fatigue, and chronic conditions like anemia. A 2022 study in the Journal of Public Health found that young adults who skipped meals due to financial constraints had a 20% higher risk of nutrient deficiencies. For example, Liam, a 21-year-old freelancer, skips breakfast and lunch to save money, feeling weak and irritable. Signs your health is affected. You skip one or more meals daily to cut costs, relying on cheap, low-nutrient foods. You feel tired, dizzy, or have difficulty concentrating, possibly due to low blood sugar or nutrient shortages. You notice weight loss, hair thinning, or frequent illnesses, indicating potential malnutrition. The science. Inadequate food intake deprives the body of essential nutrients like iron, vitamin B12, and protein, impairing red blood cell production, muscle maintenance, and immune function. The Journal of Public Health study showed that meal skipping was associated with lower hemoglobin levels, increasing anemia risk, particularly in young adults. Consistent nutrition, even on a budget, supports metabolic health and resilience. How to address it? Plan affordable meals. Buy budget-friendly staples like rice, beans, eggs, and frozen vegetables for nutrient-dense meals. Access food resources. Use food pantries, community kitchens, or programs like SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, if eligible. Eat regularly. Aim for 3 balanced meals daily, including protein, e.g., eggs, carbs, e.g., oats, and vegetables, e.g., carrots. Shop smart. Purchase in bulk, choose store brands, and cook in batches to stretch your food budget, as Liam could. Practical tip. Prepare a weekly meal plan, like Liam, with low-cost recipes like vegetable stir-fry with rice or lentil soup. Shop with a list to avoid overspending, and keep a stock of canned beans and frozen spinach for quick, nutritious meals. 4. Low sleep. Why it matters. Financial stress often disrupts sleep, as worries about money keep you awake or cause restless nights, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and impaired immunity. Quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours nightly, is essential for physical and mental recovery. A 2021 study in sleep found that young adults with financial stress-related insomnia had a 25% higher risk of cardiovascular issues. For example, Chloe, a 24-year-old barista, lies awake worrying about student loans, feeling exhausted daily. Signs your health is affected. You struggle to fall asleep or wake frequently, thinking about financial problems. You feel tired, irritable, or unfocused during the day, relying on caffeine to stay alert. You experience physical symptoms like headaches or a weakened immune system due to poor sleep. The science. Financial stress elevates cortisol, disrupting the sleep-wake cycle and reducing time in restorative deep and REM sleep stages. Chronic sleep deprivation impairs glucose metabolism, increases blood pressure, and promotes inflammation. The sleep study showed that individuals with financially induced insomnia had higher levels of stress hormones, contributing to long-term health risks. How to address it? Establish a sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily, aiming for 7 to 9 hours, as Chloe could. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Use blackout curtains, a cool room, 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and a comfortable mattress to promote rest. Limit stimulants. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. and reduce alcohol, which fragments sleep. Relax before bed. Practice a 10-minute wind down with reading, journaling, or deep breathing to calm financial worries. Practical tip. Keep a notepad by your bed, like Chloe, to jot down financial concerns before sleep, clearing your mind. Follow with a 5-minute guided meditation from an app like Calm to ease into restful sleep. 5. Avoiding healthcare. Why it matters. Skipping doctor visits, screenings, or treatments to save money can delay the detection of health issues, allowing conditions like hypertension or diabetes to worsen unnoticed. Regular checkups are critical for prevention and early intervention. A 2023 study in preventive medicine found that young adults who avoided healthcare due to cost had a 20% higher risk of undiagnosed chronic conditions. For example, Ryan, a 20-year-old delivery driver, skips annual checkups to save money, risking untreated high blood pressure. Signs your health is affected. You haven't seen a doctor for a physical exam in over a year, citing cost concerns. You ignore symptoms like fatigue, pain, or weight changes, hoping they resolve on their own. You skip prescribed medications or treatments due to financial barriers, worsening existing conditions. The science. Untreated health issues progress silently, increasing complications. For example, undetected hypertension can damage blood vessels, leading to heart disease or stroke. The preventive medicine study showed that regular checkups reduced the incidence of advanced-stage diagnoses by 15% in young adults. Access to care, even through low-cost options, supports long-term health. How to address it? Find affordable care. Visit community health clinics, sliding-scale providers, or telehealth services for low-cost checkups. Use preventive services. Take advantage of free or low-cost screenings, e.g., blood pressure checks at pharmacies, covered by many insurance plans. Discuss costs with providers. Ask doctors about generic medications or payment plans to make care affordable, as Ryan could. Prioritize key visits. Schedule an annual physical to monitor blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose levels. Practical tip. Search for local free clinics or health fairs, like Ryan, and schedule a free blood pressure screening this month. Keep a health log to track symptoms and share with a doctor during affordable visits. 6. High anxiety. Why it matters. Financial pressure can trigger high anxiety, characterized by panic attacks, constant worry, or feeling overwhelmed, which harms mental health and increases the risk of depression. A 2020 study in psychiatry research found that young adults with financially induced anxiety had a 30% higher likelihood of developing depressive symptoms. For example, Emma, a 17-year-old high school student, feels overwhelmed by college tuition costs, experiencing panic that affects her focus and mood. Signs your health is affected. You experience frequent anxiety symptoms, like a racing heart, sweating, or dread, tied to money worries. You feel hopeless or trapped by financial challenges, impacting your relationships or school/work performance. You notice physical signs of anxiety, such as stomach aches, trembling, or difficulty breathing. The science. Financial anxiety activates the amygdala, the brain's fear center, leading to a cascade of stress hormones that disrupt mood regulation and increase inflammation. Chronic anxiety can alter brain structure, reducing resilience to stress. The psychiatry research study showed that financially stressed individuals had lower serotonin levels, contributing to depression and anxiety disorders. How to address it? Seek mental health support. Access free or low-cost counseling through school, community centers, or apps like BetterHelp. Practice relaxation techniques. Use 10-minute daily yoga or progressive muscle relaxation to calm the nervous system. Build a support network. Talk to trusted friends, family, or mentors about financial worries to reduce isolation, as Emma could. Focus on small wins. Celebrate minor financial achievements, like saving $20 or paying a bill on time, to boost confidence. Practical tip. Start a 5-minute daily gratitude practice, like Emma, writing down 3 things you're thankful for to shift focus from anxiety. If panic persists, contact a free hotline, e.g., SAMHSA's 1-800-662-HELP for immediate support. Conclusion. Take control of financial stress for better health. Financial stress is a common challenge for young adults, but when it becomes chronic, it can erode your physical and mental health, leading to anxiety, poor sleep, and even chronic diseases. By recognizing these 6 signs, constant money worries, poor budgeting, skipping meals, low sleep, avoiding healthcare, and high anxiety, you can take proactive steps to protect your well-being. Unlike Jake, Sarah, Liam, Chloe, Ryan, or Emma, you can break the cycle of stress with these actions. Plan finances, create a budget, and seek free financial counseling to gain control. Eat affordably. Use budget-friendly, nutrient-rich foods and community resources to avoid skipping meals. Prioritize sleep. Establish a consistent sleep routine to restore energy and reduce heart risk. Access care. Use low-cost clinics or free screenings to stay on top of health issues. Manage anxiety. Practice mindfulness, seek support, and celebrate small financial wins. Build resilience. Combine healthy habits with open communication to reduce isolation and stress. Your health is worth more than any dollar amount. Start today with one small step. Track your spending, cook a healthy meal, or schedule a free health screening. By addressing financial stress now, you're investing in a future where your body and mind thrive.